even further beyond!
Yes, sir. My name is Zakashi, and in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys my fusion team. It's the main team I use. It's what I put my all in. I'm not exactly. I'd be lying if I said I haven't spent money, but I'm not exactly the biggest whale like a lot of other people might be, or how you might think. I just invest strictly into this one team because I know I'm always gonna get a lot of value out of it. Literally every single time. Fusion units are the most hyped things to come out of Dragon Ball, besides like maybe like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and MUI Goku. So every time they release on a gacha game, we've seen Dokkan's track record, so Legends, you can assume the same. They will always be literally game breaking or like the biggest thing whenever they come out, undeniably. So yeah, we're gonna go into that team. I will do like a account showcase very soon as well. I'm trying to push out some content because I haven't been uploading for a while, and I'm actually getting into the flow of it again. It feels really good to do so. Let me know what you guys think as I go into this video. I'll give you my reasons for everything and whatnot, but press that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are on this grind to 25,000 subscribers. We are very close to that 25,000 subscribers mark, literally less than 50 off. So if you haven't pressed it, do me that favor, press that subscribe button, man. All my social media links on the left. Is the YouTube channel, but we've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. But I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let me show you what the quote-unquote perfect fusion team actually looks like. Now, just before I go into the actual team, I wanted to show you guys the options we've currently got. The date today, I believe, is the 25th of February that I'm recording this. You can see the options we got. We got this Gogeta here, VB, Ultra Gogeta, Greens, G4 being the main one, SV, Yellow Vegito, Gold Tanks, Gogeta Blue, and Red Super Vegito, Red Base. Super Gogeta, I said Vegito there, and then Base Vegito. Like, you see the fusion units, the fusion warrior units, these are the options you've got. But the team I've actually got is this one here. So I've got Ultra Gogeta for the first slot. We got VB on the second slot, LFVB. We got Namek Goku, which I'm going to explain why he's there, but it should be quite obvious for most people straight off. We got G4, we got SV, Zenkai 7, and we also got Marju. Now you're going to look at the stars, and normally seeing stars like this, you just assume the person's a whale. Like I said, I'm not going to cap and say I don't spend money. However, if I'm going for any units, I'm going for units that fit on the Fusion Warrior team, because I know I'll get the value out of that all year round. They're just going to always stay stacked, and they rarely get pushed out of the meta, and by the time they do, another one comes out, or something to buff the one that previously came out. So I just know that if I'm going to invest into fusions, I'll get my worth out and I'll enjoy the game. There's a few exceptions that I do summon for, but also just the way banners work, you also pull other units when these big units come out. So you just get the most value out of what you're spending, and that's why I use this team. Now I'm going to go into the team formation and why I use each unit, and then at the end after that I'll actually just go into the equipments and why it works in X manner. So the idea with Fusion Warriors is that you should build it offensively and strike based. You have options like blast based characters. You also have the option to build the team defensively, but that just negates everything that fusion stand for in the anime. And Toshi often says they try to make it as realistic. When Fusion Warriors are in the anime, they're not known for getting hit, so don't expect much from their defenses. They'll make them have decent defenses anyway, but building them defensively negates the purpose, because they're existing to be overpowered. They're meant to destroy their enemy. That's what their intention is. Most fusion units that are actually good are not range type, so just have that at the top of your head. There's no blast going on. There should rarely be any blast. Now, Ultra Gogeta at the current time, we all know that he's the best unit in the game, so he has to be on the team. I sweated for him, went for 14 stars, got the 14 stars. I'm very happy, quite lucky as well. I didn't have to spend that much, and it's very much worth it, to be honest, in my opinion. He needs to be on the team. Now, I wouldn't normally put VB on the team, but he's my favorite character in the game. When I got him in second anniversary, immediately fell in love. Pause. But I actually ended up putting a lot of Z power into him, like the limit break banner Z power, and I ended up getting him 14 star alongside pulling him often. Like, he's probably top 3 units I've had the most luck with on banners, which is crazy because he's probably top 3 units in his prime that literally dominated the game. In each, if we was to compare each character's prime, like the way he dominated was a different standard of dominating. So yeah, that's why I've actually got him 14 stars, and that's why I've actually got him here, because he gives 38% to strike, attack, and defense. The defense is a plus, but the strike attack's what you want, and he's a fusion warrior, so everybody on the team will get it. Gogeta, I should have mentioned as well, he has to be leader, not necessarily with fusions. Someone asked me before I should actually swap out Marjube and put him on the leader because of this extra addition on his Z ability, which is that Fusion Warrior and Tag GT. That's something you could actually do. I just don't like the layout. I just prefer to do everything by color. Now that's pretty much silly, I'm not gonna lie. It's very silly. But hey, aesthetics are beautiful. I like him. I should really swap Ultra Gogeta like that as well though. That's what I'm trying to say. It should be like that. But for the aesthetics, keeping it like this. Nameku's there because he Zenkai buffs Ultra Gogeta, simply put. He also Zenkai buffs VB, but his Z ability is just really good as well. So it's like double offense. If I had him 14 stars, it'd be 35, but it's for Saiyans, and the only Saiyans I use are Gogetas and Vegetos, so it works. For that purpose, say if I did want to bring Marjube, it would be best that Marjube was on the leader, so he actually gets the Z ability from Namek Goku, and that would actually work better for Marjube's offense. But like I said, I just have it like this for the aesthetic. The team's already stacked as it is, but that would make a difference. In the scenario, maybe VB gets a platinum equip, this team will be destructive because I literally bring both these units, and that's not a combination you want to be up against. Trust me, if VB was actually up to date, even at 14 stars, I will not lie, he is outdated. G4, probably the best all-round unit in the game. He just offers everything. Z ability is double defense, but just because of who he is, he's the best green option, best all-round unit. Honestly, people underrated him at the start, and he wasn't as good as he should be, but now he's just a monster, easily top 5 unit consistently in the game. Love this guy, he needs to be on the team. We also got SV Zenkai 7. People, when he released, thought he was going to be not that great because they barely touched him. I actually would have wanted them to actually buff him more than they did on the Zenkai release. However, it's clearly evident that they didn't need to because just how good he is. And if they did, he'd be the best unit in the game. So I'm glad they worked how they did. They also released some good equipment, so I'll go into that in a second though. But SV is literally necessary. Like, he's got a strike cover change, main ability takes away all their buffs. It's just the best options you've got pretty much. And then just to end off, Marjube, I actually opt in for him over Gogeta Blue, simply because of his explosive green and endurance. I prefer Gogeta Blue's playstyle with the green card, but I've actually grown to love Marjube, and because I actually 14 starred him during the festival, it just makes sense that I use him. Gogeta Blue, at where he is 10 stars, actually doesn't do more damage than Marjube, and generally speaking, because you have to build up Gogeta Blue, he's actually a liability, because I shouldn't be focusing on using him when I have someone else shining like Ultra Gogeta. It's like giving a mediocre player on your team the most shine time. It just doesn't make sense. So using him wouldn't be the best option. Marjube just clears, like, undeniably, especially currently right now, but that could change in the near future. If we're just going for substitutes now, Ultra Gogeta doesn't compare to any other blues. He's so clear. VB is only here because he's 14 stars. If I didn't have VB here, I might opt in to actually have Gogeta Blue here as a yellow as well, or I might just go for another Zenkai buff just because. But Gogeta Blue is double offense as well, which is pretty solid. G4 doesn't compare to any of the greens as well, but Kefla, given the right scenario, she'll be very good, but obviously we're not doing that today. SV doesn't compare to any of the purples. Purple VB is a range type, it negates the purpose. Already went through the yellows. The only other yellow I might consider, but I just don't have him 14 stars, would be Gotenks, because his HP buff is pretty solid. And then for the reds, you could have this guy, I guess. He really only buffs Vegetos. I think that does work for Gogeta if you have Gogeta in the leader slot. But the defense, like I said, isn't what you're looking for. So yeah, Marjube is there because I believe he also does double offense. So that just works the best. You don't need a red. Super Goji, if you're wondering why he's not there, you just don't need a red in this meta. He's not strong enough to be better than any of the options I have. I just better off rather Zenkai buff, Ultra Goji. G4 needs to be there, needs to be there, and Marjube's endurance is just way more valuable than having a red, honestly. So now that we've gone into the actual team selection and why I've got everyone there, you can see that it's most likely the best thing. The equipment, so what you're going to want to see. So this is what I've got here. The most valuable equipment on the team is this third one, Alright, aka Yosha. It's very much necessary, but it's only beneficial when you have a lot of base stats. But I basically spend CCs, and you'll be like, oh, this guy's a whale, this guy spends money. But generally, no, I just skip the majority of banners and spend CC that are free to play to boost the team that I love. So this one here, it goes to 5%. For every fusion warrior, you get 5% raw strike attack. So that's 15% raw strike attack because everybody here is a fusion unit, minus Namek, Goku, but he doesn't touch the battlefield ever. So I tried to put that on everyone. I don't have it on Marjube, and Marjube is an exception, but I'll get to him last. For Ultra Goji, I opted in for this equip because it has 35% strike. Went crazy on that last slot. It was very difficult to even get a yellow slot on the first one, but the last slot's what's important. And on this one here is double strike, so I get 30%, the top and the bottom slot, and then I also get a bit of health, which is solid. Obviously you don't want the blast slot. You definitely don't want the blast slot. And double defenses here is pretty nice. So it's 30% again. So we got here 30% and 35% in the middle, and then the raw 15% as well, which is just a big W. I'm not going to go into VB's equips because he doesn't touch the battlefield, but I might as well in case some of you guys just like using him. He's got up to 20% here on that awakened equip. This one, when a God Key is in the battle, he's a God Key member himself, so he gives himself that 12.45 raw strike attack, and he has some blast attack here, and then it's just the same thing, but I haven't upgraded it to the max simply because I don't use him anymore. Going into G4, Nameku doesn't need any equips, just so you know. G4, you need his platinum equip. It's literally the best platinum equip in the game, and it literally just makes him a whole different unit than if he didn't have it. Without it, he is not high tier. I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, try to max out the middle slot. I'm not going to spend any more CC on it simply because it'd be a waste just for like 10%. Like, that's crazy. The first slot, I got it red pretty early and I didn't opt in to try and get a higher red slot, so I'm just happy I have a red slot. Could be 35%, but it is what it is. And the last slot, you just know that if I take out a revival unit, it's bussing. I went for the other GT platinum equip. You can see here I got 30% the max. I want to up the defenses, and I basically got the max health restoration, which is what important as well. Then we've also got that raw here, 15%, which is a big W. SV, the GT, that's a GT margin boost, so I got platinum equip, strike attack up to 35% double, and then key recovery, which is pretty neat. His platinum equip is pretty dope as well. He gets up to 15% ultimate damage just off rip. Every time he cover changes, he gets 9.7% raw strike attack, 7.95 strike and blast defense, which is a W. And then the main slot at the top is blast attack, which is quite upsetting. But if it was strike, yeah, he might be the best character in the game. Honestly, I hope they awaken it and change this to strike, because that would make a lot more sense. But doing damage anyhow, still beneficial. I guess it doesn't really matter because the last slot you get strike attack from the cover, but yeah, it's kind of restricted behind the wall. And then again, we've got the raw. I'm not using CC on it because it's 0.05%. Like, that's crazy. But it's basically 5%, which is 15%. And then Marjube, the only reason I built him differently is because I only bring him for his endurance factor and the explosive green to start off a combo. His blue card also cancels buffs, which is underrated, especially when you mix it with Ultra Gogeta, who literally gets a blue card every like 5 seconds. It's dumb. But we got here health restoration first slot. This slot is the same one we saw before, so the defense is what's important. This one here gives him a bit more health because obviously when you take out his endurance, he needs to have high health, so he can at least gain it up a bit more through his main ability. but he's got double defense here, strike defense, which is the main thing you want. Then this one here, I wish I got this strike defense because most people use strike based units, but blast defense on the first slot, I wish it was strike defense as well. I might work on rolling a new one, but this one's double defense, so it's just a full defense equip, which is kind of crazy. I was thinking of going for a raw strike defense equip, but I haven't found one. There probably is one, but that's just the all-round for the fusion team. Let me know what you guys think. It was quite a long detailed video, but I had to go into every single bit so you guys know what I'm working with on the PvP battlefield. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Feel free to copy the team how you wish. It's honestly my favorite team. I've got other teams that I use here. I've got presets, you can see. Strike Fusion Warriors, the Blast Fusion Warriors is terrible. Like, it's actually terrible. I tried to pick all the Blast type units. If that green Vegito and the yellow Vegito get Zenkai, maybe it'll be valuable, but honestly, it's so bad. It's so bad. Legends Road, keep that one top secret. Keep that one top secret. Sun Family is air to me. Mono Purple, everybody knows how it works. Blue, Purple, I've been using it with SV and Blue Burrows. Hercule Instinct, I've done a video on that. And then I just tried to make a variant where Fusions is actually very much just health buff, but my gold tank isn't 14 stars. I've got some other teams as well that I'm thinking of using, like for example, Vegeta is going to come out soon. I like using UI, the Vegeta Zenkai I meant, and I had a team for Beerus, but that's pretty much it. But let me know what you think overall of the Fusion team. Let me know if I should do another video like this for another team. It's just that I use Fusions, but there are other teams that I do have really good equips for. It's just that I'm showing you my main team, especially how the meta is right now. But press that subscribe button, man. Like I said, we're on this grind to 25,000 subscribers, very close. Said this like 4 times. You gotta press that red button, please. Support the grind, man. All my social media links on the left is the YouTube channel, but we've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, guys. Appreciate you for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your energy! You're through!